So last year we were able to do an MSC cruise. We actually did a Caribbean cruise, 7 days. We went out of Port Canaveral in Orlando there. And we're going to talk about our cruise. We were able to do Cozumel, Costa Maya, Nassau, and the MSC Island. And I noticed there's a lot of reviews on MSC Cruises. So when we were booking this cruise, we were able to find lots of videos. There was good videos and there was bad videos. It seems like most of the people that do MSC Cruises have had strong emotion behind their reviews. So when we booked this cruise, we had a lot of information to go by, but we just really wanted to see what MSC Cruises was all about. So we booked it, and we're gonna start with some pros here. First, I love the rooms. I love that there was a lot of space in the rooms. I didn't feel cluttered. I don't like to feel cluttered on a cruise, and with my room, I didn't feel cluttered, and there was lots of space. Do you want to add anything about the room, or?
I really enjoyed the layout of the room. It had the 2 twin beds turned to 1 queen bed, and then it also had the couch, which was a pull-out bed, but not like a standard fold-out. It was turns into a bunk bed. And so it worked out really well for our son to have his own little bed space that without taking up all the floor space in the room. And so it felt like the room was really well laid out.
Another thing that I really enjoyed with MSC Cruises was their island. The island that they took us to, and we spent the day there. We got there in the morning. We were able to get off the ship quick and easy. They had a buffet. They had food all around the island you could walk around and get. And they had a beautiful a lighthouse there that you could see from your room, at least from the side of the ship we were on. There was a light show at night. It was gorgeous. We were able to swim in clear water and just enjoy the day. So I give their island a thumbs up. I think that was great. Do you have anything to add about the island day or the island?
I think their island was amazing. It's nice because your ship is right there on the dock, and when you're actually swimming in that front cove, the ship's in the background, so it's really beautiful. It's the Bahamas. It's beautiful water. It's nice and warm. The sand is white sandy beaches. And there are multiple areas to go swim. They have a little lagoon area as well, and everything is paved. Like, it's really nice walking paths, and so their private island is set up really, really well.
The entertainment on MSC, I also thought it was pretty good. I mean, even when you got on the island that day, they had tons of staff and music, and the music, it was really good. It was like, it just made you feel like you were...
It was very tropical music. They had somebody out there at the... right off the ship playing steel drums, and so it was really inviting. They had their little mascot is like a sun, like the big sun, and so it was a lot of fun. They were very inviting, very excited for us to be there, and yeah, the entertainment was great. And
the atrium was nice, beautiful, just like you see as a lot of the newer ships nowadays. We were on the MSC Seaside, and the atrium was nice. Entertainment, I mean, I found their music to be around the ship. You'd be walking around sometimes and just hear music, and it was great. I mean, do you have anything to add about entertainment? Or
it was really nice. Yeah, their atrium is really well set up, and there's a stage about halfway up, and they have very consistent live music in the atrium, which is nice. You congregate around the atrium. There's different little venues that sit around, and the different live music was great. Our son loved the live music. He would dance out there, and the musicians really enjoyed that. And just really good entertainment around the ship in different areas, and really great family entertainment with the pools, the water slides. They even had a zip line on the ship, and so I feel like the entertainment and family entertainment was really well thought out on the ship.
And also our last pro that I have here is just the cost. MSC Cruises was a lot cheaper than if we went with Princess or Carnival or Holland America, or any of the other, Royal and all the others. So it was a lot cheaper. So it was a good option if you're looking for an affordable cruise, maybe somebody that normally can't afford to cruise, to do a lot of these, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 cruises. You can a lot of times get a seven night cruise for under $2,400, if not even better, depending on the deals. So it's an affordable cruise. Do you have anything to add about the affordability side of things? Or?
Yeah, I do appreciate the price. And we had compared Carnival to like Royal Caribbean, all of the balcony rooms, and MSC had the best price for a balcony room. And like Carnival and the other ones, they have great prices for interiors, but once you get to a balcony, the prices are a lot higher. But with MSC, it was really affordable to get a balcony room that was a big room on a 7-night trip. So I was really impressed with the pricing for a balcony on a 7-night.
Now, those are a lot of the pros, and there's a lot to like about MSC Cruises. But just to give you guys all the information, because that's what we feel is the best thing to do, is to give people information so that they can make the best decision for them and their family. And in doing so, we did find some cons with MSC Cruises. One of them was Embarkation Day. We're comparing this to Princess, of course, and Holland America, but it seemed a little more sluggish. It kind of had the feel like you were at the DMV, you had a long line. There was not very much seating. I mean, do you have anything to add about Embarkation Day or the whole?
Yeah, the embarkation wasn't great. There was not a lot of seating, and it was really hot in the terminal. And we were going in May out of Florida, and so it was warm. And the way that they were bringing people on the ship was everybody had group numbers. You got a card after you checked in, you got a group number. But no one could hear them calling the group numbers. And so where we were, everybody kept saying, what number are they on? Who are they calling? We can't hear anything. Yeah. And so it was a little bit hard. Just the logistics weren't great for getting everybody onto the ship.
Yeah, and another thing that was a con for me was the food overall on MSC Cruises. First of all, you got to pay for ice cream. I'm a big ice cream eater. I don't want to have to pay for ice cream, and you have to pay for it. So that was like a bad,
Especially given, like, even Carnival, they had soft serve 24 hours a day in the buffet. You could go anytime you want, get your own soft serve. And to go to MSC and you have to pay for it, it was a surprise, to say the least.
And the buffet was a big letdown for us. I mean, it wasn't the quality of food that we had experienced on other cruise lines, like I said, such as Princess or Holland America. It was definitely a scaled down version. But we did have, our cruise ship itself happened to be the one that failed the health inspection. So you have anything to add about?
Yeah, it definitely felt like they were having logistical issues after they failed that inspection. There were multiple times on the buffet when you couldn't find really fresh vegetables. Everything was canned. And there was
hot dogs. There was hot dogs instead of sausage.
There was hot dogs instead of sausages. They felt like they were running out of food.
It felt like a church potluck is how it felt a lot of times.
Like it felt like they were running out of food. And then it also, at one point, the salad bar had no salad. It had all the toppings, so if you just wanted some tomatoes, some feta, some olives, it was great. But if you wanted lettuce or spinach, there was no fresh salad on the ship. So I just think that maybe, hopefully, it was just a bad chance with that inspection and it had to throw a ton of food out. But that was definitely a con.
And definitely another con is if you don't have the yacht club, it kind of feels like you're a peasant on a ship. And I hate to say it like that, but you kind of feel like you're not allowed to go there because you're not in yacht club. And yacht club has special preference when it comes to the elevators. And, yacht club can only have this menu. And yacht club, you don't have yacht club. So, scooty along, Do you have anything to add about the yacht club?
Yeah, and I think it felt worse given the food situation because you could see the menu for the yacht club because they had their own dining venues as well. And you look at their menu and they've got roasted duck, they've got caviar, they've got all these beautiful sounding foods, and then you go to your dining menu.
Canned peas.
And they had canned peas and carrots on the menu one night. And so you definitely felt like there was a class system and you get what you pay for.
Yeah, so that was definitely, didn't feel the best. And then we definitely could feel, for me, another con would be, and maybe it's gotten better since then, but a lot of it was from top to bottom, just MSC as a whole. From the customer service side of things, it felt like once you booked the cruise, they were done with you until you were done. And so it was hard. And like I said, I'm comparing this to Princess, Holland America. And I love the service they do on those cruise ships is just so high. They've set the bar so high that when something's a lot lower, it's noticeable. And for me, it was really noticeable when you have to wait 3 weeks for email response to something, or if there's creamer that's missing and, like with Princess or Holland America, I'm like, do you guys have any creamer? I'm out of creamer. I want some for my coffee. They're like, yes, sir. I'm on it immediately. With MSC, it was more, oh, that too bad, you know, and just kind of walk off. So it made it a little more difficult as a cruiser. Now, does that mean maybe I'm just a spoiled cruiser? And maybe that's what we've become as, you know, we just cruise people just cruise all the time, and we're just able to enjoy so many things. But when you're looking at booking a cruise, you have other options. So as you look at other options, I definitely looked at it as a scaled back version from top to bottom, whether it was management or, you know, things like that. It was just, I mean, do you have anything to add on maybe anything?
It definitely felt like the customer service, I'm not going to say went out the door, but it was definitely diminished once you paid for your cruise. Yeah. And so booking it was great. It was easy to get a room we wanted, but after it was booked and paid for, it felt like it was harder to get a hold of anybody. And so I would email about, you know, dietary restrictions for our son, and it would take weeks for them to confirm they even got the email or let me know, yes, there will be enough milk on the ship. And so things like that were unfortunate. Yeah.
So in saying everything we've said, and like I said, there's a lot more cons than pros. Would we cruise on MSC Cruises again? Depending on the situation, I could see us cruising on MSC again. She was looking at an MSC cruise the other day. Mm-hmm. We're still on the fence because, like I said, if you look at it as like shopping at Walmart, you're not going to get the best of the best, but if you're just wanting a shirt for the weekend, Walmart does the job. And if you're looking for a cruise, personally, I feel if you're just looking for a cruise, like, you know, I want to go check out Cozumel, I want to go check out an island, I don't want to spend, you know, $5,000 for a cruise. I'd rather go as cheap as possible, especially with inflation, how it is. And MSC Cruises could be a good option for you because, like I said, it makes a way for people that maybe normally can't cruise to be able to cruise.
Yeah, I think MSC has its place in the cruise industry. And I think that's something to remember. Yeah, it's not going to be Princess. It's not going to be Holland America. But it has its place. And if you want to if you've never cruised and you just want to know, can you even go on a ship and not get seasick? It's a good starter cruise. It's just knowing ahead of time, managing your expectations. Don't expect a Princess experience when you're paying an MSC price. I think that's the difference.
And that's how I feel about, as we mentioned, the Yacht Club. A lot of people book the Yacht Club and you'll see a lot of reviews, and to me, at least the videos that I saw on YouTube and a lot of the people I see that are selling the cruises, they've done the Yacht Club. And if you do the Yacht Club, it could be a totally different experience. But once again, if I'm doing the Yacht Club, it's the same price as Princess. I'm going to go with Princess. Yeah. The big pull for me on MSC is it's cheap. So in going that, and one thing that was a con, this is my last con, but the culture overall on MSC was totally different than when you were on the culture with Princess. When I was with the culture with Princess, you felt the culture, you felt everybody in love with their job, you felt like Princess everywhere. And MSC didn't really, to me personally, feel like they had an identity. It felt like it was just a ship that they bought and they plopped some logos of MSC on there, and it just, even the staff, everybody just felt like, oh, where are we working at this week? Oh, MSC, okay. And I mean, so to me, I felt that. I don't know if you have anything to add on the MSC, just the culture or
It was just definitely different. The company culture felt different than what we've experienced on other cruise lines. And so, yeah, it was just very different.
And so, in giving you all the information, like I said, if you're somebody that's looking for a bargain cruise and, you know, you're not caring if your food's, you know, you don't need the caviars and you don't need the special, you know, all this special stuff, and you're fine with hamburgers and, you know, even if it's canned food or not, you're good with that, and you just want to go cheap as you can, MSC is great. I would recommend buying it. But if you're somebody that's used to Princess, you're used to all these extra things that you get for the same price, I would recommend maybe going with Princess or doing the Yacht Club with MSC.
And so I still want to try MSC again, because I do see, like, that was the first cruise after the health inspection. Maybe things are different now. Maybe the food is totally amazing and we just missed it on ours. And so that's why I keep going back and looking at MSC to see if I want to book again, because I want to give it another chance, because there were some really great pros. Like, it's great for our family. My son had a fantastic time. in the pool and with the water slides, and they have a separate buffet area that's more family friendly.
Well, and
so
that
was great for us.
Yeah, and that would actually be another pro.
Yeah.
They did, the ship itself was big. It, of course, was a little crowded at times, but in it being big, they had water slides. They had a great bowling alley.
They had like 5 pools. They had a bowling alley. They had an F1 car simulator you could do. They had a lot of activities that were very family friendly. And so for those things, I would book again, knowing that I just need to manage my expectations. Don't expect free ice cream every day. But for what price you're getting, knowing what you're going to get, I would be open to doing it again.
All right. Well, what is your experience? Have you ever had an experience with MSC that's been great?
We want to know.
Or have you ever had an experience that maybe you're like, I don't care about MSC? Because it does feel like most people that have ever traveled at MSC have a strong opinion one way or another. And I'd like to know, like, what's your opinion? Should we go on another MSC cruise or should we not? Let us know.
Yeah.